Hey everybody, welcome to Pitch Picks. Today we have the UCL recap and the Matchweek preview.
The fuck is going on?
Yeah. Now you're back.
That whole side of the table's throwing me off. Arsenal wins. Jackson Michael makes an appearance. He doesn't do big up the mandem side. I feel like there's some kind of conspiracy going on between the Arsenal lads.
I have no conspiracy with Zaw. I just have a major announcement.
What?
I'm retired from going to England.
Yeah,
That was
you're banned from Nottingham for sure.
I am banning myself from ever attending another Premier League match in England. I've gone to 2 games and have seen 0 goals from the home side.
2 trips to England, no wins, no goals.
Yeah, I'm retired. I'm done. I'm done bushing teams. It's not right for when I support my own club. It's not right when I go as a supporter of your club.
You were a good neutral that day.
Yeah, I wore neutral colors. I almost fell asleep at halftime, but I powered through.
Fell asleep? That's the word you want to use for that?
It was a boring game. I felt.
No. Had nothing to do with the game being boring.
Go ahead.
This guy was on a fucking bender. He got there and was like, "Oh, the beers are $3. Let me get $3,000 worth of drinks." It was the night before the most drunk I've ever seen anybody. Got sexually assaulted.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, let's not talk about it.
Okay. And then the next day, he's like, "Oh yeah, I feel like shit. Well, let me just drink everything in sight." And then he had to have like a sausage roll, a Twix bar, soda, water, all at like the 40-minute mark, just so he wouldn't pass out and puke.
I rallied through though. Hey, but I did see limbs for the first time.
Yeah,
That was awesome.
Everton.
yeah, because with
Everton
the Everton section was directly to
away
our right.
lanes.
It was funny though. This little 12-year-old kid just standing over there, like pointing at all of us, like "fuck you." I was like, "This is kind of electric." I'm not gonna lie.
Yep.
But yeah, no. I'm retired.
It was electric. It was just the worst. It was like being in the electric chair.
Yeah. Well, for you.
Yeah.
Dagger.
Yeah, it sucked.
Yeah.
It's bad.
I mean, Zaw was having an absolute shithouse day in the group chat. We're not gonna just glaze over this like this was some you're coming to peace. You two were at war. You were at war. Zaw started it off with it would be a shame if they went to Nottingham and they lost.
Zaw is
And
a
then-
generational hater.
He's the biggest hater I've met.
Sorry, Jackson.
Go ahead.
But then I'm on, for once in my life, I'm on Zaw's side here. He was just stirring the pot because you guys made a big trip. Nikki Smokes took it personally because he was clearly mad that he has never seen a home goal in 2 Premier League matches. Zaw was taking the piss. Admin was taking the piss on Twitter. Everybody's coming at him for his losing his mush in English football. And then Nikki Smokes just coming at his Arsenal friend and saying like karma that Arsenal drew because he came at him. That's not how you use karma.
Yes, it
You're on
is.
the same side.
You're an Arsenal supporter.
We're supposed to be brothers.
You're an Arsenal
Whoa,
supporter.
I don't like how you said brother.
I stated facts. I stated
I
facts.
think that might be bad.
I stated facts. And also, I am not an ally of Nottingham Forest. You're a Nottingham Forest game. You're not Nottingham
Yeah, so you should be
Forest.
chirping Chief, not me. I did the job. I went there. Shut up. Shut up. I went there, and I made Nottingham get shut out and drop points. I served Arsenal.
No.
Yes, I did.
No. That's
Yes, I
not how
did.
you're trying to
Yes,
spin.
I did.
Get it
And
out of there.
you
You
chirped
went
me.
there.
You
You
chirped
went
me.
there to have the time of your life, which you did, which we're hearing. Oh, Nottingham's great. Nottingham's great. That's what you went there for. And all I said were facts. You've been at a football ground twice now, and the team that you're there to watch has not scored. Where did I
Why
lie
don't you
right
take
there?
the piss out on Chief?
did I lie?
I saw limbs. I watched a beautiful moment in football.
did
I
I
saw a 93rd minute goal to win a game.
I mean, it's.
You should take the piss on him, not me.
No, what did I say? Actually, I can actually say what I think. I think I was.
16,000 miles.
I was like, you go 6,000 miles.
No, 16,000 for both trips is what
Yeah.
you said. I think you're summing it all up.
Yeah, and all that nonsense.
But yeah,
no,
then
that's-
you were coming at him and saying some crazy
Say
stuff.
what?
You said go make your little videos. You called him Shrek.
my day in the life, calling me Shrek.
Oh yeah, that was uncalled for. I was too upset to really get wade in the waters, and I had to deal with Smokes, so I was just not saying
But
anything.
you didn't have to babysit me. Don't act like you did.
You were so fucking hammered.
Yeah, but I handled myself.
You did.
It's
handle-
not like you walked me to the concession stand. I'm falling
but
asleep. I was
there-
like, yo, Chief,
I
I need to go to the concession stand or I'm going to die.
Yeah, and you're like, I feel like I need to sit down. I'm like, you should just sit down. You
Okay.
just should sit down. The other funny thing before we get into from the trip is that the Nottingham Panthers, the hockey team,
Oh, that's what we should have led with. Fuck.
invited us out, and we're like, all right, yeah, sure. They had a playoff game. We'll go. 8,000 seat arena, completely filled. We're in effectively the owner's box. We're in a suite, center ice, and the beer's waiting for us. The whole thing, first class service. Smokes, even though we're in the owner's suite, almost gets kicked out for wanking too much. He was doing the wank symbol to the away fans, and because they had an away fan section there from wherever that team was from, and just wanking at him. Nottingham Panthers scored 6 goals, so he was just wanking at him the entire time until security came up and was like, "Hey, we've been notified that there's a lot of obscene hand gestures coming from this box." And we're like, all right, well, Smokes has been wanking too much. It was a violation for too much wank.
Well, dude, I wanted to wank at City Ground, and I couldn't because you guys couldn't put the ball in the back of the net.
Yeah.
But the Nottingham Panthers
Well, that
had
was
no
your
problem doing that.
Yeah, that was your fault.
They do ice hockey.
Nottingham Panthers, real deal.
Yeah.
Went to the locker room after.
Yeah.
Slugged some beers with the boys. We were buzzing. All around great trip, though. I will say that Knox County game, I'm surprised how many supporters pull up to that shit.
Yeah, that's League 2. We stayed for the first half. It was significantly worse than the MLS.
Yes.
Bad soccer. But
I don't know about that.
it was Maresh.
Brother, I went to
League
an
Two.
MLS game this weekend,
MLS's.
and
You saw Messi.
I mean, yeah, that was pretty cool. I was like chief distance away from Messi,
That's cool.
and Suarez and Alba, Busquets. Very cool. But man, did the Fire have like maybe 6 times with a wide open net to put the ball in the back of the net. Couldn't do it.
Yeah, they never. Notts County never got close to the net.
Yeah.
Like they just.
So yeah, I'll listen. Yeah, 'cause
Yeah,
those
it was-
guys don't get paid any money, right? They're all like electricians and plumbers.
I don't know exactly if they. I'm sure. I don't know. Like Ryan Yates has played for that club, and like so they've done like the whole pyramid, Notts County. So, but yeah, that was bad. But the atmosphere was cool. It's right across the river, so I'm glad I got to see that too. And Smokes, like he thought I was bringing him to like a cow pasture or something. Like he couldn't believe Nottingham was a city. Like you enjoyed.
Oh, yeah.
you enjoyed yourself in Nottingham.
Yeah, Nottingham was beautiful.
Yeah.
I loved it. Great city.
Is he invited back?
No, unfortunately, no.
For hockey season, I am.
Yeah, hockey season, they might make you the captain.
Yeah, I might go just for the hockey.
Yeah.
Yeah, they love me out there. All right, Za, or am I talking to Jackson?
Why is Jackson here?
I don't get
Why
it.
is Jackson here?
Jackson's here because he's living. It's like he's living in an alternate universe.
Why? Because it'd be Real Madrid.
Jackson's. Well, fuck it. You know, I'm not gonna do the voice. I'll do. The mask is there. Jackson's on. You know why Jackson's here?
No, we don't. That's why we're asking, Za.
Because I was told by everyone on this planet.
Including
Everyone
Za.
on this planet, including my own Arsenal. No. I'm on tape. Go back to our previous episode. I told you Arsenal was going to win. I was told by everybody on this planet that you're going to the Bernabeu. You're going to lose. Then they started teaching me Spanish. Remontada, whatever the fuck that means. I don't even know what that means. Being told I was going to lose. So I feel like I'm living in an alternate universe right now. Arsenal's lost.
And that's
why I'm here.
This
Arsenal's
is the
lost.
character you would go with in an alternate universe. You wouldn't want to be like
If Arsenal's lost, Jackson comes out. So Arsenal's lost. Jackson. It's like I feel like I'm living. Jackson should be here.
You
That's why
you can't
Jackson
even
is
believe that this reality is.
No. I believe. It's everybody that was telling me. That's why Jackson's here.
Yeah.
But guess what? Jackson's gone.
Oh,
Now-
I was wondering where you were going.
Za the passenger has joined us.
Yes,
Your
passenger. PZ.
Yeah, PZ.
My boy PZ.
No, he's a Premier League passenger. He's a Champions League hunter.
Everything I do, fortunately, is on record, and I know that these haters here are trying to soil my name, trying to soil
I'm
my
quoting
moment.
you.
I'm quoting. Yeah,
Soil
we are
my
quoting
name,
you.
Soil my
Quote
moment.
card.
They won't let me have
Why
my
does
moment.
Jackson Michael even exist?
They won't let me have my moment.
Because of Arsenal Football Club.
You see this nonsense?
This is the truth.
see this
We
nonsense?
use your words. We don't
You see this
misconstrue
nonsense?
them, and then we
You
just
see this
remind you of your words.
Do you see what's
This
going
is
on
your
right
moment.
now?
This
Do you
is your
see
moment.
what's going on right now? Arsenal just beat Real Madrid, and these two are
The
chuckling.
worst
I
Real
can't even
Madrid
talk.
team I've ever
I
seen.
can't even talk because these two are chuckling.
And we beat him at the Bernabeu.
At the Bernabeu, the first time ever.
Talk your
Well,
shit.
not first time ever. We beat them 2006 too.
Oh.
I mean, unbelievable. No one believed in us. Very few did. I try to tell you guys that because of our defense we are always in every single game. And guess what? We were in both games because of our defense, and then our offense did their thing. This second one, I mean, Saka, whoo-wee, that goal, Saka, Marino was unbelievable.
Could have had a brace.
Kivio, yeah, the penalty was unfortunate, but it happens. I'm not even mad.
Class by Carvajal. You see that clip?
Yeah, I did see that. He's a fucking wanker, but that's besides the point.
It's class.
I don't care about the penalty because that happens. You know, you try stuff, you miss, we move on, we won the game. Don't care. He is unbelievable.
You're lucky you advanced because Saka.
What do you mean lucky? We won.
No. Saka is lucky because if that game turned bad after that, you would have.
The media would have been unreal. And that is true, but you had a 3-goal cushion, so he's fine.
Right. That's what it is.
There it is.
I've been.
These guys are trying to do the whole thing where
that's not mental gymnastics.
They're spinning their little narratives in their head, putting little smiles, being like, "Oh, I wish," salivating. It didn't happen. Arsenal went through. We were clear. Madrid didn't even do anything.
No, you guys made them.
That's
what
the thing.
you
For
did.
your point to be just, Madrid had to have been doing something in that game. What did they do? When did they work right?
You're right.
Exactly.
I'm telling you. I'm saying what Arsenal did. They made Madrid look very bad.
Yes, we were unreal.
Declan Rice, man of the match, back-to-back games. I don't think anyone's ever done that against them in the Champions League. Flowers to everybody involved.
We were unreal. Jakub Kivio. I mean, I was one of them that I didn't go as hard as people. I was just nervous because Gabriel is the best defender on the fucking planet. And losing that, of course, you'll be nervous. That's all. I said Kivio, he comes in for Everton. If he comes in for Everton and does well, which he did, when he came in, he came on off the bench for, I forgot what game it was, where he looked bad. Came in, he did well. I thought he was going to stand up. In that Everton game, he did come at the Madrid. Bro was unbelievable. Saliba, bar the mistake, he was all right. Timber, the best right back on the fucking planet.
Well, I have a question. Objectively, if they can do this against Real Madrid, why can't they do it in the Premier League?
We're talking about Real Madrid here. We're talking about... No more questions. Okay. No more questions. Miles Lewis-Skelly, let me finish, and then you guys can chit-chat. You guys can chit-chat and say whatever the fuck you want.
I'm just asking questions.
Let me have my moment, and then you can go and say whatever nonsense you want to
prod.
I can't finish.
He's being a good host.
I can't finish.
No, let's hear it.
It's the fucking Arsenal segment. I am meant to be talking, not this fucking hater. No one wants to hear about Arsenal from you.
I'm just trying to help.
No one wants to hear about Arsenal from you.
I'm trying to help guide the conversation in a fun way.
No one wants to hear about Arsenal from you.
Well,
from the hater.
Wait, so then I subscribe to your tweets to hear about Manchester United from you? Because that's all I see.
Oh, my days. Here we go.
I'm not tweeting.
By the way.
I'm not talking. That's tweeting. That's tweeting. It's 2-0.
Yeah. There was a funny moment. So me and Za were watching a game in the Yak studio, and you know how Za doesn't deal in hypotheticals unless he wants to deal in hypotheticals.
Nah, he don't. My boy PZ.
I don't.
He
do
not. He do not.
He hates hypotheticals.
Not my boy PZ. No hypotheticals.
He goes hypothetically. This is in the 75th minute. If Arsenal go on to win this game, then hypothetically, who am I gonna name for my Ballon d'Or? Is it Declan Rice?
Oh my days.
is it Saka? Is it Martinelli?
That wouldn't be something I would say. No,
I'm with that, dude. You're pounding Real Madrid.
That would
say wild shit.
That wouldn't be something I would say. No, never would I say something crazy like that.
Why are you talking like that?
Because that's not
Never. You're like doing. I don't even want to say what you're doing.
I'm being say it. Say it. Clip it, and I'll put it out on the internet. Say it. Clip it, and I'll put it.
What you're doing is insane.
Say it.
I'll just
say it, and I'll clip it on, put it on the internet. No, but I mean it's because I'm being accused of doing hypothetics. You know I don't do hypothetics. That's why the voice getting all cracked. I don't do hypothetics.
Yeah. Hypothetics?
You see, I don't even know what it is.
Yeah. Sound like me over there.
Yeah. But anyway,
words and shit.
Skelly, that kid, unbelievable, unreal. The only disappointment in the Real Madrid game is the fact that one of our most important players, the fucking idiot, dumbest person on the planet, Thomas Partey, brilliant player, he got a yellow card.
He doesn't make smart decisions in Spain.
He got a yellow card.
So is he out
yellow
for
card.
PSG?
He's out for the first leg of PSG. Stupid yellow card.
That hurts. Is that not a good joke?
Well, I didn't hear.
That's all right. I'll just throw it in the trash.
Stupid yellow card that he didn't need to. Marino has been unreal. I mean, his interlinking play on Saka's goal was unbelievable. This guy, he might as well just stay as a striker. He honestly might as well just stay as a striker. Martinelli, he gave his life for the fucking shirt, ran all game. that goal, the last minute. I mean, he was sprinting in the 93rd minute for the fucking goal that he scored, which is crazy. He sprinted the whole leg of the field after sprinting the whole game. And I touched on Saka. Who did I miss? Let me make sure. The whole team. I have to make sure that I think, bro, beating Madrid. That's the thing. Beating Madrid ain't no. That's why these guys are sick. They're sick in their head because they were guaranteed.
Nah.
They were guaranteeing. Oh, then Odegaard is the one that I didn't touch on. Odegaard, it's fine since we won. But these guys are sick to their stomachs because we won. Because they were already waiting. Didn't you see him when he had his little picture going on with Saka?
Look at
Saka missing the thing.
No, I mean, look at. You'll never sing that. Quarterfinal champions. I have to retire that song. Quarterfinal champs. You did it. You got to the semifinal. Congratulations. You fucking did it.
Just keep moving it.
Goalpost move.
No, that's not moving the goalpost. It's a
hey.
great surprising win to beat Real Madrid.
That wasn't surprising.
Okay. It's a great win to beat Real Madrid. You haven't done it yet.
No, you're right.
We'll talk in a month or whatever.
No, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. And I want it to be known, I'm happy. We're talking about the Madrid game because people are like, oh, Arsenal fans, oh, you're celebrating. Bro, we just won in the quarterfinals. Relax. I'm not saying we're going to win the whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
We're not even favorites. We're not favorites. Do I believe we're going to win it? Absolutely. Do I think we're going to win it? Absolutely. Are we favorites? No. But I back my team.
Okay.
All right. What is the line on that?
I got it pulled up here.
I don't know.
No, you are for the first leg. You're plus 110. PSG's plus 235.
To win the tournament.
To win the Champions
if you ask
League,
me,
it goes
Barcelona, there you
PSG,
go. Barcelona,
Arsenal, but all very close. Barca's plus 200, Arsenal's plus 250, PSG plus 220.
Still holding that Barcelona ticket.
Damn. Speaking of Barca,
shout out to Arteta too.
Yeah, I shout out to Arteta. Called Pep
He's
every day.
great tactics. Great tactics.
Called Pep every day. Gave him some tactics probably.
I know that people are gonna be like, "Oh, Zawa's out, Zawa's in, Zawa's out." We're gonna leave the politics. We'll take the political jackets off. We're gonna leave the politics to the end of the season. We'll talk politics about in and out once we're done with everything. Right now,
it's literally not political.
Right now, it is.
It's not.
People get killed over this in and out nonsense.
So, or
Go to the
anything
stadium.
people get killed.
Go to the stadium. Go to the
over
stadium.
is political.
I didn't say that.
I'm just saying.
No, my politics is Arsenal. But yeah, no.
Respect.
Yeah, no. Arteta's done brilliant. We'll talk ins and outs. Right now, let's back the team. He's doing well. I'm backing him too.
I think you guys got a really good chance.
I think so too.
That's serious. Yeah.
And
I
this
think so,
takes
too.
us back to our question: if Arsenal win the Champions League, does it overshadow Liverpool winning the Premier League?
It does.
Absolutely.
I personally think it does. I've always been a little bit more of the Champions League is the one. That's just because we were just rifling off Premier Leagues like they were, Carabao Cups, and the Champions League was a harder one to get. So that's how I feel about it. I think it would overshadow Liverpool.
And Liverpool's won it recently. This is like a monument.
It's more the historical context.
Agreed.
It's like the
It
Cubs
would be
winning
their
the World
second
Series.
Premier League.
No, but
No, I know. But that happened in 2019.
first Champions League
for
or second Premier League.
historical context, the
Yeah.
first Champions League for Arsenal.
That's how it was for us too.
And,
Yeah. So.
and just to answer your question, Maresh, on why we couldn't do this in the Premier League.
I thought we weren't answering that.
I mean, you're posing questions when I'm trying to fucking deliver my sermon.
I'm just doing Big J.
You're
Big J
posing
journalism.
questions when I'm trying to deliver. I've got
mid-sermon.
points that I have to touch
You
on.
were delivering that.
Then we can.
sermon.
Would you interrupt God?
Right?
Thanos? He's not God. He's more like Thanos.
No, I'm more like God. No, I'm kidding. But
He was a Titan.
it's been. I mean, it's a long season, and we've literally been unlucky. So the injuries do have to catch up to you somewhere. You play more in the Premier League than you do in the Champions League.
Yeah.
The injuries and the red cards.
How do you feel about your comment saying that you would rather take Gabriel over Saka? Because I think Saka's been a big factor for you guys.
You know what? And it comes down to Kivio. It was more. I thought that. Well, I thought we were gonna get a very cold Kivio. Kivio is the one that's completely just blown over my expectations. I thought we were going to get a very cold Kivio coming because the guy doesn't play at all, and then he's coming in for these big monumental games where you need to run in games to build a partnership with your partner and all that, and even your own match fitness. So that's why I felt that Gabriel in that instance was more important, whereas Saka had been out. Ethan Nwaneri and them were playing. Nwaneri, Trossard, those guys were always playing. They were playing game in, game out when Saka was out, pretty much. So in that instance, Nwaneri was more match fit than Kivio, and I felt that the drop off would have been bigger in that second instance. But I was wrong.
Very logical retort.
There it is. No, when it comes to Arsenal, the thing is people
Oh,
don't want to listen.
Why can't you just take
When
a
it comes to
compliment and
Arsenal-
move it along?
When it comes to Arsenal, I'm very level-headed. I see it so clearly.
Why do you have
Very,
a face
very
mask?
humble, too.
Yeah.
Very
I'm very no. I because I know reality.
Take the piss on him.
We haven't done it. No, we haven't done anything. We have to lift that trophy. So it's we can be happy right now. This is my celebratory one.
Yeah.
It's over after this episode. I'm back into
Enjoy.
into being stressed.
All right,
and PSG, I'm going into PSG.
PSG
I respect
blew it against Villa.
Brother, PSG is a very, very good team. I respect them a lot. That attack is unreal, and we're not favorites. So you got to respect that. But I
You are
do
literally
believe
favorites
that
in
we
that
can do it.
match.
What's up?
You're
first
favorites
leg.
in the first match.
Brother, I don't listen to DraftKings. I watch football.
Okay.
Well, you can't use the
Watch
term
football.
favorite.
No, I love DraftKings. That's where I bet. I love them, but I watch football. Man.
Yeah.
Flip it a day. Back to Zimbabwe.
Okay, so and we don't deal in hypotheticals here. Last one. Would you rather get to the championship and lose, or if you're going to lose, if you're not going to win the tournament, would you rather get to the championship, or would you rather lose in this first matchup against
this
PSG?
leg. Losing this leg against PSG.
Really?
Yeah.
It would be
I've
less
lost-
hard.
I'd rather be.
I've lost.
I'm the opposite.
He's
I
done
lost,
this
I
once
lost
before.
against Barcelona in 2006. I was crying for like 2 weeks.
Kind of setting
yeah,
up
I
for the
can't comment
redemption
on it
arc,
because I've
huh?
never seen the Dolphins in a Super Bowl. I mean, I've seen the Heat lose in the finals.
It sucks, dude. When City lost to Chelsea,
We were 1-0 up
Way
against
worse.
Barcelona.
It does suck.
it's way worse.
Yeah.
Sol Campbell. I thought that was it.
Yeah, I'd rather lose.
It's
before,
way worse.
Yeah.
It
Fuck
just,
that.
even though it makes no sense, it's way worse because you feel like
It's right
It feels like you lost it versus like something goofy happening.
Right.
You're gonna get it soon.
It wasn't. Yeah.
If I'm a witch, hypothetically speaking, if I'm a witch, right?
We don't do this though. We don't.
Yeah. If the whole losing thing is gonna happen, make it 5-0 in the first leg. Like you get it over with quick.
I don't like how you're talking right now.
But it's no. But we're not with you.
I'm
Back to reality. He's the one that taught me to hypothetical.
I'm very excited to see PSG Arsenal.
I'm scared.
It's gonna be a fun.
I'm
I'm
very
very
scared.
excited for that too.
I'm very scared. I think they're.
You
a
know
very
what?
good team.
I think that Arsenal can do it.
They definitely can.
They can do it.
I'm worried. I'm worried. Our first leg, we're missing a very key player to go up against them. Have you guys seen how that midfield of PSG is playing?
Oh
They're
my
unreal.
God.
Yeah, and we
And
went
missing
out and
Pache
plucked
is
the biggest
huge.
bozo out of there.
Missing
Vitinha.
what's
the other
his
guy?
name? Neves, and Fabian Ruiz. João Neves and Fabian Ruiz.
Yeah,
and we don't
they're
have Pache.
scary.
How do you guys feel about the Inter and Barca matchup?
Inter are
Inter's just-
defensively very well.
Yeah,
Play very well.
they're just like
It's
they're tough. They're
It's like a style.
And I'm a
based
big
fight. It's
Inter
kinda-
fan.
Yeah.
Sorry, I forgot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is
Forza
an Inter
Inter.
podcast. Yeah.
I mean, it's gonna be. I don't know. I mean, I favor Barcelona, but Inter are sort of like a much more veteran, weathered team that understand the Champions League, and they're kind of just steady. I feel like.
Hansi Flick though.
But Hansi Flick is
Yeah.
a wild boy, and so
Naughty.
I don't know, man. But I think Barcelona's going to take that. But like even Inter when Man City beat them in the final, that was a fucking war, dude. Like we had to do everything in our power.
Dude,
to
I
get a
mean, you
goal.
also had Lukaku with the bozo gene.
Yeah, but dude, but it took Ederson, the non-stop shotter, to have like 3 like
Yeah.
6 saves and then one that just like luckily hit him. So like they easily could have taken that. So they're not an easy side. So I don't know. I would prefer Barcelona goes through, obviously.
Well, you got a ticket.
I got a ticket, and also they're just more fun. I just love that offside trap. Feed that shit to me.
An Inter Arsenal final.
I might start a GoFundMe if Arsenal make it to the final.
Why?
Send Nikki Smokes.
Oh, I like that idea. Where is
That's
the
a
final?
bad idea for you guys.
Where is the final this year?
I think it's in England.
You two should know. You should
I
start
think
be planning your trip,
I
right?
think Munich. It might be Munich.
Oh, it is. It
It
is in
is,
Munich. It is in
yeah.
Allianz.
I know Munich.
Yeah.
Buddy, I don't
You know
know if
what?
you know this or not, but Smokes don't lose big games.
If you try send Nikki Smokes in there, I'll make sure he doesn't get it.
Stop.
I'll make sure you.
I
not
don't
in
lose
England. It's
big
not in
games.
England.
We
brother.
should get this on
I
some
don't have to
people's
be in
radar.
England.
Yeah.
I'll make sure he doesn't get in there.
I'm 2-0 in game 7s. And I just won a national
It's a one.
championship.
It's a
Nikki
one.
Smokes, we
It's
can't
a
be
1.
risking.
That's all I need.
risking Champions League final.
National champion, Stanley Cup champion, Eastern Conference champion. All game 7s are 1 game win. I don't lose.
Aston Villa 2-0.
SeatGeek has the a get-in price for the final. What do you think it is?
$4,000.
North of it.
Get in price
It
It's
is.
a Super Bowl. It's a Super Bowl. final.
$750.
No,
So I'm
Madrid.
saying
Wait,
$4,000.
hold on. Madrid's out. So
It's Barcelona, PSG, Arsenal, and Inter Milan. Those are four
Barca
fan
and Arsenal.
bases.
Barca and Arsenal on opposite sides.
$750.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm saying it's setting up. It's
North
setting
of,
up
north
for.
north of a grand.
Mm-hmm. Anybody else?
Sorry.
I said $4
Okay.
grand.
I'd say that's probably
Nosebleeds. Wait, hold on. Nosebleeds.
Wait, nosebleeds?
Arsenal.
Just to get in.
The cheapest ticket you can get.
So nosebleeds.
I would say
Barca,
3,000.
Arsenal potentially are still.
Just give a goddamn number.
I know.
$2
It's
grand,
crazy.
$2 grand.
Rudy was closest. It's $28.57.
To get in?
That's cheaper than the
Championship
Super Bowl.
final.
$4,000, I think, is what the Super Bowl costs, right?
Holy shit.
Yeah, it's a big one.
It's a lot of dough.
It'll probably
Is
go
Dua
up.
Lipa
It'll
the
probably
halftime
go up
show this
to-
year?
You think
So
it'll
that might be worth half the money.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I would love to
He's
just
fantastic.
wank at do it.
No, it's like
Yep.
Jesus.
Clip that. Clip that. Clip that. Clip that.
Dog can't
Oh,
help
now
it.
that I actually clicked the link, the cheapest you can get for 2 seats together
It's
is
$2 grand.
$4,600.
Well, we're just sending one guy.
Yeah, true.
We're not. Zah's not
Zah
going.
fucked up.
Zah's not going. We're just sending one guy.
I'm telling you, that'd be a
All right,
mistake.
way to waste $4 grand.
That'd be a mistake.
But the issue.
What do you mean? If Smokes goes and continues the Premier League,
He's not getting in that. He can go to Germany. He's not getting in the stadium.
you're gonna. Have,
I would
you're gonna
love
have-
to go
you're
to
gonna have the
Germany and
yacht.
just watch the game.
Yadman will be waiting
Yeah,
for
yeah,
him. He'll be waiting for. I'll tell Yadman, yo, why you, this youth, this youth is pulling up. This youth are forward back.
He's a United Trey.
My man are forward up Germany. Kill him,
What's
bombo
United
clock.
Try? That Twitter guy?
Twitter guy,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's just jinxed United every time he's been in, at a United game.
Yep. All right. Well, Premier League preview. Not too many good games.
I
this
don't
week.
even know what, bro. I've been so hyped.
I mean,
everything.
before we
I
get
don't know
that,
what's
Villa very triumphant comeback.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I was trying to talk about him like 20 minutes ago, but
sorry.
we just never got to get there. So yeah, go ahead, Maresh.
I just Rashford,
Your boy.
unreal,
Your boy.
unreal.
Why did Emery's a dumbass?
I don't know why
Emery's
he's
a
waited
why
so
did he
long.
pull him?
Yeah,
Why did he sub him?
I don't know. He looked great. And I'm happy for this renaissance in his career. It's his purple patch, right? As Asal calls it.
Of course. So what happens now?
He's not gonna.
He's
play for
the
United.
reports are saying that his dream is still Barcelona. If they can if they can
you're
sell
gonna
enough
loan him.
grass, if they can sell enough grass in the summer. Listen, if Emerim truly is not going to like get over it and, try and eat his own words, then yeah.
What
Loan
was
him,
his-
see
what
if
was
they'll
his
cover his
words
wages.
again?
He just he'd rather start the goalkeeping coach, I think, who's like
That's
a
fucked up.
57-year-old old.
I came across a crazy stat. Marcus Rashford is the first United player to have a direct goal involvement in the Champions League quarterfinal in 10 years.
How many Champions Leagues has he won?
0.
Interesting.
I don't think that's that interesting.
That's-
I think
that's
what
your
I said
guy.
is far more interesting.
I know.
Why
I'm
you-
just
why
saying,
you dissing
like,
your guy?
if you're just pulling stats, just pull that
Mhm.
one too.
Yeah, no, I just find that interesting. It's just
He-
it's
yeah,
nice to
it's
see
interesting.
United. It's nice to see United players.
He's got more European trophies than Arsenal. So
No, he
And now
doesn't.
we get the ricochet.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, that was
It's
yeah.
just,
No,
it's
he
just so pathetic.
How many does he have?
Shout out to United, who's up
Europa
2-0
League?
at
We have
halftime.
one.
Europa League.
Yeah.
no, you don't.
The one in 91.
No chance
The
United
Super
blows
Cup.
a 2-0 lead at half.
Got the Super Cup.
It's the biggest game. Maresh said this is the biggest game they've had in 10 years because if they don't win this, they're not going to have the money to pay anyone.
I will say this.
If we don't win the Europa League, we won't have any money in the summer.
I will say this in regards to the Champions League. The interesting thing for you guys is that the two defensive teams seem the most stout, that being Inter and Arsenal. PSG and Barcelona are the most terrifying, particularly PSG. But they did, Barcelona lost to Dortmund, and then PSG was in control, and then all of a sudden everything sort of
Wheels fell off.
The wheels fell off. So that bodes well for you guys, I think, because you're riding high on momentum. They were, and now it's sort of like, oh, okay, Villa. I think more so for Barcelona. Villa is a really good team.
Yeah.
And they're well coached, and they had a different tactical setup that PSG weren't ready for. Clearly, they weathered through it. Barcelona, all of a sudden, it's just like Dortmund. Let's be honest, is not exactly a world beater, and I don't know what that was.
Does momentum carry though? Because
I
you're gonna
think
have
so.
several games between now and then. It's so far away.
I think it does in the Arsenal case because this is like finally like the process has come into a head, and this is such a big hump to get over, that it's like, okay, regardless of what happens, they're going to be, I don't think they're going to blow it. Will they win? Who knows? It's a really difficult competition, but the momentum's building, and I think that they're going to put out really good performances because of that.
And also, just to throw that out there, people keep forgetting we've also beaten PSG.
Yeah.
We beat PSG 2-0
earlier.
Inter's the only team available that you've played.
that we haven't.
They beat
beaten.
us on that stupid free kick.
Yeah, it was 1-0 the Inter game.
Oh, you played him in the league round?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
them both
Forza
Inter and
Forza.
we played PSG at home, Inter away.
Yeah.
Yes.
Away at Inter.
Inter away.
They hit the free kick right before halftime.
Inter was 1-0.
Our boy
Yeah.
Shane from PMT.
Yeah, Newcastle boy.
Shout out to Shane. Yeah,
He's going to
right
he's
now
going to
he's
San
at the San
Siro.
Siro.
No,
Wait,
he's
he
here
flies
today.
out
He's
right?
leaving tomorrow, or I think Saturday.
He's going to an Inter game?
Yeah,
AC
so
Milan,
he
AC Milan.
he can't make it to
Wow.
the game, but he's gonna go see the stadium.
No, he's getting tickets for the game.
Fuck yeah. good for
Really?
Shane.
He's finally. Oh, okay. I thought he was just doing
I
the
didn't know
stadium.
that. I'll talk
They're just
to him
not
about that.
available for purchase for non-members yet. Once they are, he's going to get one.
Fuck yeah. Good for him.
Nice.
Shout out to him.
Fuck yeah.
You guys ready
Getting-
for Premier League?
Yeah, I kind of forgot about that whole thing.
What is
Play,
that?
we play.
Yeah. Honestly, fuck the
When-
Prem.
When do we play?
We're
I
kind of
don't-
over it.
It's
You
Champions
you
League.
guys will play Saturday.
I don't even.
Yeah, we played
played
Saturday.
Glad you're over it.
If we played
Guys
Wednesday,
just mail it in.
We
the
play
rest of
today, so we'll
Great.
probably play
I don't
Sunday.
even know who we.
Dude, big shout out to fucking Ipswich.
Oh, we play Sunday, Ipswich.
Yeah.
The Tractor Boys taking a point off the Chelsea.
Needed that.
That was a best case scenario. They
Yep.
didn't win. Jaden Sancho did score, which helps his career at Chelsea potentially.
You want to hear? Oh, go ahead.
That's it. That's all I got.
Well, I got a DM from someone in London. He's like, "Yo, I got an extra ticket to Stamford Bridge with your name on it if you can make it." But we were gonna go to the hockey game. But just imagine if I went to Stamford Bridge and they fucking drew Ipswich. I'd really be the mush.
Shit.
But they would have scored, which would have been cool.
Yeah, you would have gotten 4 goals.
Yeah. I don't know. Like I said, I'm retired from England. All right, match week preview. I only picked 3 games because the games are kind of shit. First one I have is Everton at home against City. Everton plus 280. City's minus 105. Chief.
I'll take the draw here.
Okay.
What?
Everton's been playing pretty well.
Lebeto James.
What?
That's what he does the LeBron celebration. That's what they call him.
Lebeto James.
Lebeto James.
Rudy.
We're talking about Everton, Man City, right?
Yeah,
Correct.
indeed.
What are you high?
Right? That's exactly what I'm thinking. That's exactly.
I had to like double check the game. Are you fucking
Hey,
high?
KDB, potential Chicago Fire
Yeah,
player.
That'd be cool.
I'm hopeful.
Yeah, that's understandable. I
Yeah.
can get that. Things are looking better. I think that we're fine. I think this will be good. Fuck, man, we got to win this one. We really need to win this one.
Things get spicy.
Yeah.
It's all pretty close, and
Really
Newcastle have a
close.
game in hand because of the Carabao Cup.
I thought they
Twitch-
made that up already.
They did. They just did.
Yeah.
I
They
looked
played.
it up.
Yeah.
They
When
just
they
made it
Played
up.
yesterday. I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just made it up.
Did they win?
They
Yeah,
beat Palace. Yeah.
They did, yes. So yeah, the table is tight, really tight. Yeah, Newcastle really fucking, that was annoying. But McAtee's looking good. I don't know if he'll start this game. Marmouche is looking good. KDB last week, all of a sudden, like, you know, it happens this year where like all of a sudden, you know, he took his he ate his, you know, his smoothie or whatever in the morning, and he wasn't, you know, 100 fucking years old and actually was ready to play and looked insane. Of course, that comes after the announcement that, you know, he's walking away from the club, so that's not that surprising.
And that he wants to still play at a highly competitive level,
Did
and
he
that
say
he's not opposed to staying in England. These are his.
that would be heartbreaking, but I want the best for him.
The guy you guys are going to build a statue of plays for another team.
Listen, it's a free country. You can do whatever you want. There's only, it can't be Arsenal. That's all I'll say.
He's such a piece of shit.
Even Liverpool, I would be pretty fucking upset. I can't be. United, I would love, actually.
That just, if he comes to United, that just you know where his career is at. He's chasing the bag.
Yes.
That's a classic Glazer signing.
Get my
This
boys
is-
on
this
it.
is
Going
Ratliff's-
across the road.
This is Ratliff's
I mean, that'll never
first
happen.
test
But
to be not be a Glazer.
and then Nico Riley looking good. Yeah, so I like our chances in this. I think that enough's enough. Like, we're not fucking around anymore. Like, Pep's gonna get these wins out. We're gonna get, you know, 4th or 5th, and we'll move on.
What happened to Oscar Bob? I thought he was going to be back.
They're phasing him in. He's gotten a few minutes here and there. Why would you say that name?
That was actually the craziest mush of all time.
Yeah.
Yep.
You
It was.
said he was going to be player of the season. Player of the year.
I was on my hands and knees.
You guys
Giving
better
it
get ready to
Bob.
learn Oscar ball.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden,
Breaks his
Kyle
knee
Walker.
5 minutes later.
Kyle
That was
Walker
actually insane.
Explodes his leg. Yeah, I mean, I don't think he's going to be much of a factor. But
Next season.
Nico's looking good.
Cool.
All right, City money line. Za.
City Everton,
Yes.
Manchester City. Can I just ask a question?
Yeah.
Where do you? Who has a bigger legacy? Who has a bigger legacy for Man City? Kevin De Bruyne or David Silva?
People forget about David Silva.
Yeah.
I would say that I'm just going to sound like an asshole. I think that slightly KDB. But it's really hard to say that because Silva's such an iconic player, and he was part of that like true ascension. KDB getting us the Champions League, I think, changes it a bit. Because I will say this, like if we win the Champions League twice, it almost weirdly like dilutes it. Because he wins it that one, and like that goal. Like the people on Twitter were talking about like what's the most iconic KDB goal or what do you think of when you think of KDB? I think of that goal at the Bernabeu where he just fired it low, and then the next game at home we just crushed him. But that goal changed the entire dimension of that run to the Champions League. Like it was so clutch and such a classic goal and like so technically sound and like something only he could have done. Like that to me, it sealed it for him. But it's really tricky. Like I want to say they're both pretty equal.
Yeah.
Like it's hard. I can't. It's hard for me to be like, oh, he's a bigger legend than Silva. Like he is a bona fide serious legend and like took us to a higher level.
I mean, yeah. How many trebles did Silva help win for City?
Silva was the backbone for when Man City was trying to become Man City.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was the backbone.
So it's hard to say.
And
It's
I
hard
think
to say.
I think I'm on your side. He pips him just. Sorry, City wins.
City. Marash. Draw. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I read your mind? Nice. All right, Villa at home against Newcastle. Villa plus 145, Newcastle plus 175.
That's going to be a fun game.
Banger game.
But
Yep.
we know Villa's record on the bounce, so I'm going to go Newcastle.
I'm going Newcastle as well.
Rudy.
I need Villa, but fucking A, they're still right there too.
Yeah, they're
Can't win
right
on this
there. Yeah. Draw would be great.
Where's it at?
It's at Villa Park.
Everybody
No,
wins
I-
at Villa Park.
I thought it was.
It's at Villa Park.
It is?
I just cannot
I
believe how
could be
tight
wrong.
this is, dude. Villa's at 54 points.
No, it's Villa Park. Yeah.
Yep.
Newcastle's at 59 points. I almost kind of like just let Newcastle go.
Run away.
You know what I mean? Like they're 4 points ahead of us. Like I almost would rather have Newcastle just kind of get
Knock
up there.
them out.
And I need to knock Villa down and Chelsea down. So I guess okay, enough about that. Who I think is going to win? I think it's going to be Villa. I like where they're at right now.
Tight.
Draw.
I love the over in this game, but I'll go Newcastle plus 175. Mesh.
I said draw.
Tight. All right, Fulham at home.
No, I said Villa or Newcastle because we know Villa's.
Bad on the bounce.
On the bounce.
Yeah.
Fulham at home against Chelsea. Fulham an underdog here, plus 185. Chelsea plus 140.
To me,
Yep.
I think Chelsea is just kind of sputtering along here. You never know what you're going to get. I'll take Fulham.
Yeah, despite my bias of desperately needing Fulham to win, I like Fulham, especially at home. They're a really quality team, and I think that they're just well coached and a nice structure. And Chelsea, it's like you don't know what they really are.
It's a tight.
That's a rivalry match.
Yeah, it's
Fulham and Chelsea, yeah.
Chelsea's away. Fulham. Let's go Fulham.
I like the draw.
Who won the last one?
Chelsea.
Fulham won it late,
Chelsea
I think.
sucks.
I think Fulham
think
won
they
the last
did.
one late. Chelsea just don't.
Yeah, I think it was Boxing Day, actually.
Yeah, I just Chelsea just.
Chelsea.
Cole Palmer has been quite quiet.
Yeah, guess who was
Yeah.
guess who was right about that guy 4 years ago.
4 years
I-
ago. No one even knew who he was 4 years ago.
Brother.
Damn.
Oracle.
August 23
Oracle.
was 4 or August
Oracle.
24 was it 4 years ago?
Oracle. When was Euros?
That boy's
He's
He
past summer.
shined in this.
This
Euro.
past
When was before Euros?
You and I
World
watched
Cup.
like every game together.
Nah, I was firing Palmer take.
That was the last time we got along.
Oh yeah, we're hating on that. Common enemies. I'm about to get along with one of my buddies who I should not have gone at on this table today because I didn't realize what was coming forward. The friend, The enemy of my enemy is my friend. The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
All right. Last game I got here is Tottenham at home against Forest. Tottenham's actually favorite in this game, plus 145. Forest plus 165.
17th or 15th in the league.
Yeah, I think. Look at it's nervy time now. We got to get a result on the road here. I do think Forest will get back to being themselves.
Yep.
Chris Wood didn't look quite right coming back last week, so he shakes out the cobwebs against Everton. Another extra day of rest.
What are we defining as themselves?
Counterattacking, getting ahead early,
Scoring goals,
defending their ass off.
Chris Wood being completely uncovered.
Yeah.
In the middle of the box.
So they looked horrible, and so I think that they'll be back. I think Alanga will be starting. He came on late in that last game. He makes such a difference for Forest. So I think Forest has enough. They'll get the win on the road that they need.
I'm trying to understand why Tottenham's favored.
You're never going to understand it, so you should just
I think it's a brand thing. Seriously.
I
like Notre Dame, their lines are never really accurate because people just bet Notre
the
Dame.
name.
Yeah.
I like Forest in this one. I'm a Forest believer. Tottenham is a comedy of errors, and I don't think we've seen the end of it.
Zetaira.
So you see now, I'm a generational hater, and I want to be a generational hater.
Who do you hate more?
I
me?
want to be a generational
Do you hate me or do you hate
hater.
Spurs?
Spurs are irrelevant.
But there comes a point. Nikki Smokes.
This guy.
Spurs may be irrelevant. Forest. This is a top four. This is a top four final. This is a Champions League final for Forest right here.
Breathing room.
Forest need to win this. They're playing against Spurs. For the good of this podcast, for the good of this fucking podcast, I am forced to, but then there's just some things that are bigger than sports. I know he's not going to believe this, but Chief, I'm 1,000% on your side.
You're right. I
I'm
don't
1,000%
believe
on
it.
your
This
side.
feels like witchcraft.
Some things are bigger than sports. 1,000% on your side. I would rather see you in the Champions League and God forbid, actually, let me not say it because these haters will start hating. I'd rather see you in the Champions League than fucking Tottenham win this game.
Okay. Thank you.
Nice.
That was nice.
Some things are bigger than sports.
So you
Next
went
week.
Forest, Rudy went Forest, you went Forest. I'll do you a favor. I'll take Tottenham.
Okay. Marash.
You know where I am. I got this ticket for top 4, so
Yeah.
I got a lot of money riding on this.
All right. Well, sorry. Damn.
Wait,
All right.
2-0 still?
All right. That's going to wrap up this episode of Pitch Picks. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next week.